friends, today I'm coming on to create another ornament for my July Use It or Lose It / Christmas in July. And I'm using these wooden snowflakes from Dollar Tree. I had pulled out 2 of these to use. They were very flimsy, so I actually glued them together. They don't quite fit perfectly when you glue them together, at least these 2 didn't. So they're a little bit of an overlap. If you can see right there, I didn't mind that it kind of give it more of a 3D look. I painted it this pale pink with my paint markers, and then I went in the edges with my gold marker, which isn't perfect. You can see a little bit of the gold here and there, and I actually don't mind that either. So we are going to turn this into an ornament, and I am going to use up some of these chipboard sheets for that. So I'm thinking maybe this Merry and Bright. And I kind of want to use this wreath and maybe the sled. Let's pull these things out and see. I'm thinking maybe we can add the wreath there, and then we can add the sled. And we definitely need a sentiment. But I feel like it's kind of missing something. Should we use a couple of... We could use a couple of these small snowflakes in a couple places. What if we added a couple of snowflakes? Let's do another small one. I'm not sure I like the snowflakes though. I think having like a couple is fine. But let's take the snowflakes out of the equation for a moment. Could add some gold trim behind there. What if we add... I'd like to add a little bit more layer to the wreath. We could do maybe something like that. That's a little bit too much. What if we hang one of the stockings here? And then where would we put Merry and Bright though? Let's see, let's move the sleigh over just a little bit. And let's maybe hang this towards the middle. And Merry and Bright. I don't know, I kind of like the stocking there hanging like here. But I definitely want a sentiment. I don't want to cover up too much of like the stocking. I feel like that takes away from it. But I don't know. We could maybe do that. We also have Fa La La La. What if we took this and added that? Alright, actually I think I like that a little bit better. Alright, let's start with that. And let's add... our wreath down. Trying to see exactly where to glue it down in a couple places. Okay, so we have our wreath down. And I think we might need just a little bit more glue on this side. All right, that's better. Now, I think we're going to need to pop up the, we need to pop up the reef, I mean the sled. Yeah, we need a little bit of dimension right there. And we need to have it here on the snowflake. Let's maybe try this piece here. And does that give that enough of support? Yeah, that works. Okay. Let's add our sled. And then do we want to pop up our, do we want to pop up this? Let's see, where would we pop this up at? Right here at the top. And we would need to pop it up down here at the bottom if we add it here. And then we need a little piece right there to kind of stabilize it. So let's put this here. Try not to burn myself doing this. And there we go. All right. I don't see a lot of the foam tape through the back, which is good. I didn't want to see a lot of the foam tape in the back there. All right, so now we have our stocking, and I think we need a little piece right here. It seems a little wobbly right there, and I'm talking ever so small of a little piece. Yes, that works. Okay, I'm gonna grab my pokey tool to remove the backing. And let's see, did that help stabilize that more? Yes, awesome. Then we want to add our fa la la la. Actually, maybe I want to add the fa la 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 over here. Let's go ahead and pop that up as well. We have a little bit of the foam tape left. All right, we need a little piece here at the top. And that looks good. And then I think I'm going to add a little bit of gold thread behind this. So I'm going to grab my gold thread. Wrap it around my finger, maybe. There we go. And then let's add this in the back here. Trim this piece. And it's just peeking out here and there. And then let's add this down. I pulled at... Do you ever work on a project and everything seems to go wrong when you're working on that project? That is how this project is seeming to go. I think it's because my glue gun is an absolute mess. And no matter what I do, it just keeps these huge globs of glue and then glue strings everywhere. And I've tried like cleaning it really good. I need to try out different glue sticks to see if that will help. But it is really annoying. Now, should we do one of the snowflakes? Maybe the small snowflake right here. Do the small snowflake just for another layer. There we go. And we could also put a bow here on. We could put a bow here on the wreath and then have our ribbon hanger. Okay, so I think it could use a little bow here. And I was thinking about using a ribbon bow. And then I remembered I had these red bow cabochons, which I think I got at Target last Christmas. And I was thinking maybe we could add some other type of texture and something else on here. And I'm really liking this bow. So we're going to go for adding this down right here to finish off our little ornament here. I really like that. It gives it a lot of height too. And then we need to hang this. We need a ribbon to hang this on. I'm going to grab my little bin here. I don't think I have any really thin ribbon. I do have this. This is kind of fun. Well, can we get this to fit through the hole though? And you know, you could turn this into a tag if you didn't want to use it as an ornament as well. Oh yeah, that will work. All right, let's use this. Because this is part of the ribbon scraps I want to use up. You could always use twine too if you wanted something less bulky. But I think this ribbon is really pretty with the gold and red. And if you're worried about your not coming done, you can always add a little bit of glue as well. Just a little bit of hot glue. But I think I'm going to leave my tails a little long. Let's cut this one down just a little bit. There. And I think so. Our ornament is all complete. Little bit of frustration, especially with my glue gun and just getting things to work how I envisioned them to work, but finally got it finished. I love how it turned out, and I really love the added ribbon here with the pops of gold. And I love how the bow turned out on the wreath. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping by and creating another Christmas ornament for me. I think I need to get back on to maybe doing another set of embellishments, or maybe creating, moving on to my bag topper, since we're coming towards the end of July. I'm thinking I might continue working with my Christmas in August. It will just depend on how much I get done. I will make that decision towards the end of the month, but I appreciate you guys for stopping by and continuing to watch the madness that was this ornament. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.